Hey guys, so with Rachel Denholander's statement, there was a lot of information. It was incredibly long, which is awesome, but not all of the women made statements that were that long. Simone Biles' statement, being like a page and a half, was still longer than a lot of the women gave. So I did some research and I found an article on the Detroit News, serving Michigan since 1873. They had an article titled 204 Impact Statements, 9 Days, 2 Counties, a Life Sentence for Larry Nassar by Sarah Rahal and Kim Kozlowski at the Detroit News. And this article was published February 8th, 2018. So for this one, I'm just going to read the introductory paragraphs, and Kyle Stevens is the first gymnast to give her victim impact statement, or at least was the first person listed here. So I'm going to read those two things, and that's going to be our start for the morning. Okay, over 9 days between 2 counties, 204 victims of Larry Nassar's abuse gave their victim impact statements in courtrooms in Ingham and Eaton counties. They came from around the nation to face their abuser in person, virtually, or through letters. Many brought photos of themselves at the ages they became victims. Nassar had a pattern with many of his victims. The young women testified he asked them to change out of their leotards or leggings and into loose-fitting running shorts. He then inserted his fingers into their vaginas and sometimes their anuses without gloves, lubricant, or consent. He also touched some of their breasts and showed signs of sexual arousal during sessions that were to treat the young girls' backs, ankles, and other pains. In some cases, their parents were in the room. On the final day, 37-year-old victim Larissa Boyce turned to the media and said, "Don't forget the truths you've heard these past few weeks. Together, we are stronger. Together, let's be the change we wish to see in this world." The women sought to do just that as they delivered their statements before Nassar. Here are some of those words and their stories. And this is dated January 16th, 2018. So the first gymnast of the 205 is Kyle Stevens. For years, Kyle Stevens has been identified only as victim ZA, or family friend. Nassar began sexually abusing her when she was 6 years old in 1998. She said he first exposed his penis to her and said, "If you ever want to see it, just ask." When she was 12, she said she would fight with her father, trying to tell him what their family friend was doing to her. They confronted Nassar, who denied it. He would tell me that I needed to apologize to Larry. I later went on to babysit his kids, and it went on. You told me no one should ever tell someone that. I'm here, Larry, not to tell someone, but to tell everyone. You stuck your fingers in my adolescent vagina. You used my body for 6 years for your own sexual gratification. That is unforgettable. We do not support how MSU has treated myself or any of the victims.